Alright. Milton, you sneaky son of a bitch. I need to get to those two. I think I'm done in the bottom part of the hospital. Oh, that's not scary.
Good evening.
What are you doing in the dark?
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Vampyr Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a
You have anything to
euphemism.
declare?
Appreciated, Doctor.
Yes. 5 liters of Hidden Valley Ranch. Alright, Pippa, what the heck are you doing in the corner over here?
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Does she not have eyebrows? Get a grip,
You must
woman.
Get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Take a nap.
No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
That nipple needs to get in the selfie. I don't even... I need context. Not just South Park, the fractured but whole. Ridiculous.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Alright.
How is the Pembroke staff?
Well, everyone just needs a nap.
Not well.
They need to do shifts
Milton, the
better.
ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Well, I know why Milton's grumpy, is because he can't get money off of anyone because they're all dying.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Milton's reputation is mediocre. I know.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know.
I need to talk to
Just
him.
ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Right, yeah, I know he's not. He's a very angry man.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
You guys are ridiculous in chat.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. Just like a butthole without lube. It's called spit. Oh boy. I need a chat overlay. So we can see what we're talking about. At least the VODs on Twitch have the chat log. Wait, how do I get... There we go. I was gonna say, how do I get to the... Did I miss a door? I somehow missed a door. Oh, I could bring people over here and suck their blood. That's why this is here. No, I won't do that. Let me see if I have any more dialogue with Milton.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Old-timey medicine was the bomb. Have a headache, cocaine. Have a toothache, cocaine. Tired of the day, cocaine. Aha!
Tell me why you're extorting
Celebrimbor.
money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realised I could make a fortune.
You're a douchebag.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues?
What a question.
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you a mediocre person?
If I don't look on the bright side of life.
Calling people mediocre is my new kink. Dude, why are you mediocre? Milton the mediocre. Mediocre Milton. Ridiculous. Mediocre Milton. Alright, where's this hidden door that I did not see? Is it this locked door? Why are there locked doors?
It's locked.
I can't get into those people. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? There's like a prompt coming up. Huh. Investigate citizens' actions? I can't, because I can't get in the door. Well, what is going on? I think I found a glitch. Oh, I can go... Okay. Hold on, I can go back outside and go over there. What is this? I need to move before I acquire more pets. Yeah, you need a bigger place. White wine is the superior wine? Wait a minute. So, I know there can be some sweet white wines. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer a dry or a sweet? Oh my god, I'm gonna teleport in there. What is this sketchy shit going on?
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Interesting. Mortimer Goswick. The door's open now. Used to prefer sweet, but it just gives you a hell of a headache, so dry it is. I gotta try... Mortimer intended to take his own life. I need to try more white wines. I really like sweet wines, and they're usually red. But then again, I don't really drink much. Oh man, MGM, I remember when I was little, the most cats we had at once, it was either 13 or 15, I lost track. My mom was definitely a cat lady. Alright, let's talk to Mortimer first.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help you?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain
Try to hang himself?
is someone taking care of you.
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Right? Your constitution is too high. So I can treat him for fatigue. As blood quality will go up.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswell?
MGM does get all the pussy.
Not talk at all, Doctor.
Mediocre Mortimer. That's why he tried to hang himself. I want you to talk to me. I don't care if your throat hurts. You did it to yourself.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk.
Oh my gosh, we're not a psychologist. Not a psychologist. I want to work on the cat island in Greece. One of my friends from work, he loves cats too. He's just like you, MGM. If he could have 100 million cats, he would. And he would live on the island in Greece.
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Alright.
I'll let you get some rest then.
I'm alright.
Let's go talk to his Memmy. I'm getting a lot of XP from talking to everybody.
Good
I didn't
evening.
realize there was going to be this much dialogue.
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer
Beatrice.
Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Blood transfusions?
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
You hair flipping. Oh my gosh, deep throat? Someone's got a bad gag reflex to have to come to the hospital for a sore throat like that.
Really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Interesting. Here. It's just not cats. It's animals in general. I love all animals. Seems to be most of my Instagram timeline. Just animals in general. I mean, I'm an animal person too. I would love. It would be kind of cool to have a farm, honestly. Like, I grew up on a farm when I was younger, and now it's like I just have Brody. But I can only afford Brody right now. Raccoons are the best. My grandmother, when I was younger, almost got a skunk, but I think they weren't gonna remove the stink sack, so she decided not to get it. That was in the early 90s. I can't believe that people... Well, I guess it makes more sense for people to have pets like that back then.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
God, what an arrogant bitch.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude. For a
Yeah, it would be
start.
pretty gross
That
if you didn't get
nurse
the
was
stink
thinking
sacks
she must have
removed.
had quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh, Pippa. Was she the... Yeah, she was the one hiding. Saves beds for patients he can pay. Rude. You've got a lot of blood. Your blood quality is pretty high. It looks like I might have to suck your blood. I love how raccoons wash their food before they eat it. How friggin' adorable is that? One of my favorite videos is a raccoon trying to eat... what is that? Candy floss. Cotton candy. And it keeps washing it, and of course it dissolves as soon as it hits water, and it's just like, where did it go? Excuse me.
She charged you?
Pippa's a bitch.
Yes.
We got
I
some
paid without question,
skeezy
considering
little
the urgency of the situation.
workers here.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Pippa, I'm gonna have to talk with you. I need that money. I've only got 71 shillings.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen.
Oh, chat.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my
Anybody
son
else like
is
the
a
back of this coat that Jonathan is wearing?
not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
This pea coat. Alright. Hold on. There was something else. Beatrice. Ooh, 3300 XP. And her son's suicide attempt to keep him out of jail. Wait, you would go to jail? Interesting. I have 2 more people to meet in this area.
Goodbye.
Let's go see if Mortimer will talk to us again. Actually, I think I have to heal Mortimer before he talks to us.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm gonna tell her to drop that hat. Poor fashion's choice there, lady. She's got the money.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here?
It's not
She
where the rich
seemed
people
convinced
are.
This is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Well, I need to get... have a chat with Pippa. And I need to get him
Do you need
medicine.
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
I don't have medicine.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I don't have the medicine. Why did it say that I could give him the medicine? There's a cute girl at the burrito place I go to. She always remembers you. Ask her out. Do it. First time I agree with Bobby. Do it, MGM.
Mortimer, your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes.
Give her the
All
eyebrows.
right, then. This is the
Works
first time
every
we've really
time.
shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
We're not a psychologist.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
You should.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back
Nice
that
one,
letter,
Ruby. Thank
perhaps
you.
we'll talk.
Mortimer Goswick's key. New investigation. Key to the shelter in Southwark. Alright. We'll come back, obviously.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
You actually remember that command? I'm impressed. I'm impressed with you, too. I mean, I'm a broadcaster and I don't even remember that some of that stuff. I do remember how to add currency though. I do remember that. So proud of you. I'm a proud mom.
I have wasted too much.
How do I get in here to see you?
It's locked.
I know it's locked. Okay, let me see if I can get in this door. Or figure out a way to get close. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. They're only using up to the second floor. They have people outside when they have an entire building? They do know that heat rises, right? Gin and tonic doesn't allow me to catch everything. Oh, gin and tonic is delicious. You put that as a quote, not tighter than a dry butthole. There was a pretty good quote earlier. Maybe he missed it. I don't remember exactly what I said. You probably have to look it up. Alright. It looks like I can keep going upstairs. But we really only need to be here on the second floor. Nope. Alright. That must be my office. Let me just take a little look-see around.
It's locked. This must be the place.
This is my
It's
office.
definitely away from prying eyes.
There is a plaque.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
True. Completely fallen in love with gin and tonic. It's dangerous. Hacksaw. Another melee weapon. Maybe I should have leveled up my machete so early on. Bottle of cheap gin. There you go. There's some gin for you. Dr. Reed. I can't believe they had a plaque already made. It's like they had it waiting for us. Alright, what do we got in here? Maybe we can make that medicine for Mortimer. Dear Jonathan. Ooh, this is a letter. I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before I go back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest, and for the staff to never enter your room. You'll be able to sleep all day without being disturbed, and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that'll allow you to exit the hospital without being noticed. What a nice guy. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be to you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand that what you now must be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you with this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke. Welcome to Pembroke. God, my nose is so stuffed up. My esteemed colleague, we shall talk soon. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Ekon in the last few years. Please feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Oh. So we could take advantage of him if we wanted to. Found a place that makes gin and tonic in cans. Oh, that's interesting. Gin tastes like rubbing alcohol? Gin tastes like a tree.